Just because his daughter did not pose correctly for a photo, her father pushed her into the lake. Unable to swim, the little girl screamed for help. Her father simply walked away. At the critical moment, her mother, who was 5 months pregnant, grabbed hold of her. She pulled her safely back to shore. The two of them held each other tightly. Only then did Alice realize that her father had truly wanted to kill her, but she had no idea why. From that day on, she lived in constant fear of him. Her father always found excuses to beat both her and her mother. So she finally asked her mother,
"Are we still gonna run away?"
But her mother remained silent. One day, her father took her mother to a prenatal checkup. Alice secretly slipped into the small cabin where her father worked. She accidentally knocked over a kerosene lamp and started a fire. Her father happened to come home at that moment. Terrified, she hid in her bed and wrapped herself tightly in the blanket. All she could hear was her father's furious shouting and her mother's desperate pleading. The police rushed to the scene as soon as they received the report, but they were too late. Both of her parents were dead. Only Alice remained, lying unconscious. Just then, an elderly woman claiming to be her grandmother suddenly appeared. She looked at her unconscious granddaughter in the hospital bed. Then she slipped a protective charm into Alice's hand.
Butterfly bush means second chances.
At that moment, the police told her,
But she has multiple fractures. Her right lung is collapsed and there's damage to her trachea from a trauma.
What kind of trauma?
Looks like she's been choked.
That very night, the grandmother returned to her estate. She sat in a chair and burst into tears, because she knew her own son was responsible for everything. Her companion tried to comfort her and suggested bringing Alice home, but she did not know how she could possibly face the child. Meanwhile, Sally, who had only met Alice once before, looked at the unconscious little girl and was reminded of her own daughter, who had died from illness. She took it upon herself to care for Alice. Thanks to her devoted care, Alice finally woke up. 2 months later, she had fully recovered. Sally wanted to adopt her and had even prepared a room for her. But then the missing grandmother appeared once again. She took Alice back to the estate. Sally watched Alice leave with tears in her eyes, but in the end it was Alice's choice. Just then, a lawyer suddenly contacted Sally. He explained that Alice's mother had changed her will 4 months earlier. If it could be proven that the grandmother was unfit to raise Alice, Sally would be granted custody instead. Her husband found it very strange. 4 months earlier, his wife and Alice's mother had never even met. So he asked the lawyer why Alice's mother had suddenly changed her will. The lawyer replied that she may have sensed danger ahead of time.
Did Agnes say why she'd named these two people guardians? I'm only asking because she barely knew my wife. And June Hart also told me she didn't know Agnes.
No. We never really discussed that.
Her husband asked to see the original copy of the will, but his wife suddenly interrupted the lawyer and asked,
What would it actually take for June to be declared unfit to be Alice's guardian?